talk about hybrid acoustic noise cancellation. And again, remember what the problem here is. The problem is I want to deal with having an input sound source, and I want to get that out into sort of my earbud, my various device, my headphones, so that way I'm only getting that input sound and nothing else. That's the goal. Now, the question is how to do that in practice. So one of the questions you start asking is like, well, how do I do this? And there is a sense, it's called a feedback acoustic noise cancellation and a feed-forward acoustic noise cancellation. The feed-forward is basically saying, hey, I'm going to take a microphone outside, and then I'm going to sort of have I'm going to have some knowledge of what this transfer function of the noise outside as it comes through. There's a transfer function as it comes through here. And I'm going to have some knowledge of that transfer function by doing lots of measurements, and I'm going to use that in a feed-forward way to basically get rid of the noise in a destructive way and knock it out. That's how the feed-forward will work. The feedback case says I'm going to have a microphone inside the space, and I'm going to use that information to build a control system around this. Great, right? Well, if one works, has some improvement, and something else has some improvement, why not use both, right? So I just put two microphones, no problem, one here, we're all good. It does cost a little bit to put two microphones there. There's some other trade-offs there, and then there's also a lot more complication in the algorithm. But let's say you can afford it, and you can do it. There you go. You got two microphones, you get to work with it. You still eventually have the noise, and that's the thing you want gone. You have the input, and this is what you want to make sure, eventually, and it's not actually a Y of T, that's what you measure. What you actually want out is what's in the middle of this, is the R of T to be perfect. You don't want anything else in there. Okay, that's what you're going to care about. And you can't actually measure that precisely, although you can get close. Because what you're going to measure in this hybrid case is you'll get the microphone inside, you can look at that. But you get one measurement there. You get another measurement of the noise outside the environment. So you can then build your transfer function through, subtract it off. In addition to once you build that loop, you can then say, what is the rest of my controller that I need to deal with the feedback side of this to handle any other variability that's going on. And therefore, I can actually build this kind of sort of hybrid noise cancellation to try to take advantage of as much as possible. In general, these are the highest performing systems that you would get. These are also the most expensive systems because after all, there are two microphones and a lot more stuff around them. But if you need the high performance, this is usually the way that you will go.